Hi, Trina.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Jackie. It's so good to see you.
Trying to get adjusted here.
Oh my gosh.
Been a beautiful day.
Oh, it has. It really is gorgeous.
Mhm.
And thanks for sending the application, Alicia.
Oh yeah,
And thank you.
yeah. I meant to get that out earlier, but then it just triggered. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to send it for everybody to review.
Yeah, no, we got it. That was plenty of time.
Good. I've been getting a lot of yard work done, I tell you.
Have you really? Here's Anne-Marie. Wow, Anne-Marie, you look different. Oh,
You're on mute,
it's
Miss Anne-Marie. Oh, we still can't hear you.
And you can't hear me?
I
now,
can
now we
hear him.
can. Yeah.
We can hear
Okay.
him.
Is Reverend Edwards coming here? Because he's not here yet.
Yes, he said he would be there.
Okay.
And hi, Jackie.
Let's give him a call.
Hi, Rachel.
It's good to hear your voice.
Oh, thanks. How's everybody been? Okay?
Oh yeah, they're all doing okay.
Hey, good.
How about you? How about your family?
Yeah, everything's fine so far.
Good.
Yeah, my sons both worked the whole time
Uh-huh.
through all the pandemic. So it worked out okay.
Very good.
And of course, I've been working too.
Yeah, you're working tonight.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing the minutes.
Oh, it's okay.
Ah.
Oh, hello.
Wow,
How you doing?
we're good. Now that you're here, we're happy.
Yes, I got caught in some traffic. Oh, it's about that time, isn't it?
Trina, you're muted.
Okay.
No, I can hear him.
Can you adjust his screen? I can barely, we can see
Oh.
his.
I'll do that.
He looks teeny tiny right there.
Want to make sure you get me right.
There we go. That's better.
Oh,
How's that? Okay, good. And it's about what, 6 o'clock?
Give us a minute, Rev.
All right. Okay.
We have about 3 minutes or so.
Oh, that's good. Okay. I was running late myself. I got in some traffic and I didn't give myself enough time.
Hey, Bill.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you, Mr. Collins?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Beautiful weather. I don't want to
Oh, it
complain
is.
about the heat.
About it.
So your new council liaison is Khalil Saliba. So he will be here this evening.
Oh, okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
How are
evening.
you?
How are you?
I'm well, thank God. How is everybody?
Good.
God
Wow.
bless, God bless.
Good, good.
Enjoying the
Glad to
beautiful
hear.
weather.
Well, been busy working, too much work to do inside. So no, did you get to enjoy it?
Inside?
Yes, I've been working inside. I said, were you able to enjoy the weather?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Been
good.
outside about half of the day, just enjoying it.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all are coming along well, Reverend, you and Miss Edwards? Y'all are coming?
Yes, we're doing well. We are blessed and everything is looking good. Hopefully, soon we'll be able to see something going up as far as
Yeah.
our home, you know. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, good.
everything is positive so far, so we're thankful for that.
Okay, good.
That's good to hear, right? When you hear all about all the building
Yeah,
stuff challenges. Good for you. Wow.
excuse me. Hello.
Hi, Khalil. I'm Rachel.
Hello.
Brown.
Hey, Rachel.
I met you once before, and I met your parents, but it's nice to see you
Oh,
as counsel.
I recall meeting you more than once, actually.
Yes, yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
Oh, how
that.
you
Thank you.
doing?
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Hey, all right, how are you?
Good.
Good afternoon. Hi, Jim. How are you?
All right. Hello,
Good. Good.
hello, Reverend McCafferty. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank God.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. And you? You're
All
doing
is-
good?
All is well. All is well.
Okay.
Well, if my watch is right, it's now 6 o'clock.
Yes.
And today is 4 miles to clear. We get ready to open up. Today is May the 20th, 2021. We call the Lewes African American Heritage Commission meeting to order by having a moment of silence, please. Amen.
Amen.
Well, this time we'll have the announcements by our treasurer, Sister Trina Brown Hicks.
Oh, just recording secretary, Rev.
Recording
That's
secretary.
okay. That's okay. Okay. Let's see. We would like to congratulate our incoming council members to the Lewes City Council, Miss Carolyn Jones and Mr. Khalil Saliba. Thank you. And I think Khalil has been appointed to the commission. Is there anything you'd like to say, Khalil? Any introductions?
I'm simply that I'm very excited and pleased to look forward to working with everybody here. I know I've known you, Trina, for a while. I've known Bill Colick for 100 years, it seems like. And Rachel, as I mentioned, Reverend Edwards, Reverend McCafferty, Mr. Abbott, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Welcome.
Thank
And
you so much.
congratulations to you.
Thank you. And I will add that, one of the reasons why I wanted to be on this committee is, and Bill and I have talked about this, growing up in Lewes, I really, really enjoyed and still enjoy my relationship with the African-American community, whether it was music, playing sports, what's now Ship Carpenter Square used to be our football field.
Amen.
And so I feel like, I feel a kinship almost with everyone out here, and certainly want to do everything I can to make sure that people in Lewes now and in the future recognize the contributions that the African-American community has made to Lewes in the past, and hopefully will in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Reverend Edwards,
Yes,
can
sir.
I make a suggestion? Certainly Carl is new. Can we kind of do a roll call to see who's here and introduce ourselves to Carl?
All right. I'll start off. My name is Reverend George Edwards Sr. I am the pastor of the Friendship Baptist Church, which is located on 500 West Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Way here in Lewes, and we're certainly happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
Bill Colick, and certainly grew up in Lewes and this area. And Carl, again, congratulations, and certainly happy that you're here.
Thank you, Bill.
Trina Brown Hicks, lifelong resident of Lewes, grew up here, born and raised. And I love my community, and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
This is Delima Lott. I'm on the telephone. Welcome, Carl. I know you and my son were friends in high school, and I know and I look forward to you doing great things on the Lewes City Council.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rachel Greer Reynolds. Yeah, I'm really thrilled that you're going to be here and be part of us, and you have long roots here. My roots started in '88, but I grew up in Milford, so I count as a semi. But but it's really nice to have you.
Thank you.
I'll jump in. Jim Abbott, Executive Director of the Lewes Historical Society, and congratulations on your election, and welcome.
Thank you.
Reverend McCafferty, still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I told him welcome. Yes, I'm Reverend McCafferty, Reverend Deborah McCafferty, pastor of St. George AME Church. And I look forward to working with you. Again, congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I think Miss Anne-Marie stepped away. I just saw her step away.
Well, I know Anne-Marie, believe me.
He spent more time with me than he would like.
I think we also have Miss Jackie who takes our minutes so well. Did we miss anyone?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, and then and also we'd like to thank our outgoing members for their service to the community, which was Mr. Rob Morgan and Ms. Bonnie Osler.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
Man,
All right. So at this time, we'll have the presentation and possible action on the approval of the minutes. So our secretary will read up the minutes.
I think you all have, or should have received the minutes and reviewed them. Reverend, would you like to make a motion?
Yep, yes, I move that the minutes be received.
Okay, the motion and second that the minutes will be received and adopted. All in favor, says aye.
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 Before we adopt the minutes, I did have one correction. I apologize. On the last minutes, it was reported that Miss Susan Nogan contacted the Delaware Public Archives to review the State Board of Education minutes. And there are 50 cassettes containing interviews dating back to the 1900s. The correction is, should reflect the interviews were recorded from 1975 to 1976 of people who attended Sussex County between 1900 and the 1900s and 1966. Not that there were interviews dating, not that there were recordings dating back to 1900s, only that those who were interviewed are from 1975 to 1976, who attended between 1900 and 1966. So that's the update.
So I move that the minutes be received with the necessary corrections.
I second.
Okay, then move and second that the minutes will be received in necessary correction. All in favor, says aye.
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 So the meeting items this evening that we will be discussing, D1, submission of the project, the map out of the African American neighborhood. If someone has something to report on that.
Yes, we received a submission of a project to map out the African American neighborhood, and that submission was by one of our subcommittee volunteers, Miss Alicia Jones, and I sent out the form, and I'm not sure if she's on, if anybody has any questions about that, but she wants to map out the African American community and notate notable contributions of those who lived in the community.
She is on, so I just brought her onto the panel so that you can hear from her.
Miss Alicia, are you
Here, I'm sorry, I got kicked off, so I just heard you introducing me. It's my summer project. There are people I want to interview, and some resources have already been established. I have to talk to Mr. Abbott so I can get in and look at the sources we have there. But I have actually curtailed some of my activities and resigned from some committees, so I hope to accomplish this over the summer.
Let me know, Alicia. You can call me anytime, or you can text me, email me.
I have it. Thank you.
Did any of the commission members have any questions for Miss Alicia?
No, but thank you for submitting that. That's wonderful.
That's been my secret project, and I just had to get off some of the other committees and disentangled myself. The most recent was that cemetery over in the Coastal Club, Bill. I think I sent you over there. We found an old African-American cemetery there, but I passed it on to other people who were more closely involved. So I just gathered the information and threw the ball out. So that's that's like a project. I jumped down off the events committee. They're having a meeting tonight at this time, and I'm no longer on it. I've resigned.
Credit to Ms. Alicia, we thank you so much for a job well done. I certainly think it's great what you're doing, and certainly you have my support.
Thank you, Reverend Edwards.
So Do we need to make a motion to accept this as a project?
If you think it's necessary, we can do that. I don't know whether she's finished with it or whether she's just working on it. And,
Just working on it. She's just beginning it, but it was submitted to the commission to approve as a project.
that's fine, but we can carry it through. You that have heard the statement coming from Ms. Alicia Jones, can we get a motion that we will accept it and we will move forward with the project?
I so move that we accept the project that Alicia has so wonderfully offered to do. Thank you.
Can we get a
Okay.
second?
Thank
Someone
you.
second? It's been motioned and second that we will move and accept the statement coming from Ms. Alicia Jones concerning the project that she's working on. All in favor says aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, so it's carried. Juneteenth. If someone can remove that item, Juneteenth. Someone has some information on that.
Yes, Reverend. As we mentioned last month, the Lewes African American Heritage Commission will be observing Juneteenth in part with having proclamation submitted by Lewes City Council and the mayor. And we anticipate joining with the current Juneteenth celebration that's held over in Georgetown this year in observing their Juneteenth celebration for teaming up with organizers for the 2022 celebration on this side of the county. And also for our Juneteenth celebration, we'll have Reverend, I'm sorry, I lost track of what I was saying. We'll have Reverend McCafferty discuss the significance of Juneteenth next month, why it's important for us to remember this important history on our meeting next month.
Right.
She's so graciously voluntold and teared this month.
What?
So graciously voluntold and teared.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a question. So you had said we'll have city council do a proclamation. Would there be benefit to also having Dr. McCafferty or somebody else speak to the significance of the holiday at the council meeting? Because we tend to get a lot of viewers, and then a lot of people watch it afterwards. So I just think that there's an opportunity to, a proclamation is great, but I think kind of something a little more might be.
So you're saying in addition to having her speak at our meeting, to also speak at the regular city council meetings? Is that what you're
Right.
asking?
Just make, 5-10 minutes or whatever, but I think so many people don't understand why this is such an important day to the African American community. And I think it's important for everybody else to hear it. So I think we have good attendance at the council meeting. So, I mean, I just think that it would be a good opportunity if you all are interested.
I have a question. Is it virtual?
I think June will still be virtual, but we are working to figure out how to get back.
I mean, I wondered if we could tape it when she comes to our meeting, and or maybe Calvin could, I shouldn't be volunteering Calvin Jackson, but maybe he could tape Reverend Cavity, and she could use it for both meetings, really. And it'd be on your website.
Why don't we ask Reverend McCafferty, since she's here, she might want to and attend the both of them. So Reverend McCafferty, what say you?
I think that in person will be fine, since I will definitely be at our meeting. And I don't mind signing in for the council meeting.
Great.
We put you early on. We wouldn't make you sit through everything.
Okay, good.
All right, and we'll just let you know, or Anne-Marie will give you that schedule and the invite to the regular council meeting, correct?
Yeah.
Thank you, Reverend McCafferty.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you, Dr. McCafferty, and we look forward to hearing and supporting you on this project. Do we have an update on the markers?
Yes.
I hope all minds are clear on that. Yes.
I'm gonna do the report, but Reverend McCafferty was really much more important force at that meeting than I was. She helped us all with documentation and records and et cetera, about from the point of view of Peter Lewis's time as an AMC minister. And she has agreed to handle the church aspect of it, to let them know what we're doing in terms of a marker. We had Russ McCabe, oh my gosh, he's so excited. He was a state archivist for many, many years, and he always wanted to have a marker for Peter Lewis because Peter Lewis was such an amazing man, and so was his family. Oh, and we also had, oh my gosh, Rick Moore, who's looking at it from a genealogical point of view. And he's also involved in a lot of projects, and he's amazing. He lives in town now. And from the Lewes Historical Society, we had Denise Clemens, who invited us to the museum and let us have our meeting there. And oh my gosh, she's amazing. And she has agreed to gather with Russ Moore all the needed documentation for our initial application. And her assistant is already on it. So, she sent me an email later that night. My assistant's already on this. And so that she's really amazing. And so is Marcos Savieres. He's fantastic. And he has helped us in so many ways in terms of, it's crazy between state records, St. George's records, both local and national, geological records, photographs, interviews. It's so vast, all that we are looking at, that they are, because they know all about it. And what our plan is, we're not sure exactly where the marker will go, but right now we're thinking about it going on the same space as the cemetery, where the cemetery is, the original cemetery, where the other marker is. So we're looking at that. And our goal is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Reverend McCafferty, but our goal is for us, Denise, Marcos, Rick, Russ, Reverend McCafferty, they'll gather all the information that we need, and we hope to present it. We'll have a meeting ourselves, and our meeting is on June the 10th. And then when we come before for this meeting, we will ask for your approval for our submission to the document. So that's kind of what we're hoping to do. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to get all that done, but they all seem pretty sure that they're going to get it done. So, yes.
Wonderful.
It is. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
Anyone else has something to say on that?
Yes, I do. I'd like to commend Miss Rachel and thank her for her hard work because she got a lot of background information on the Lewises, and the project is so large that we want to include Cato also. So that's going to be another venture for the commission at a later time. So we decided that right now we will concentrate on Peter and compile his information for submission to the state, because we don't want to keep the allocated money hanging on year after year that Senator allocated for the marker. But Sister Rachel did a tremendous job, and I thank you, Miss Rachel.
Oh my, I feel like a newbie at all this, but another amazing thing is Peter Lewes and Cato Lewes are not just famous in Lewes, all the way up to Philadelphia and all the way over to Indian River. I mean, it's really vast. So we're really excited to see how much of that we can actually document, because you can't just say, oh, I read this in a magazine, or you have to be able to document it. And the folks at the Lewes Historical Museum, man, they know all about it and how to do it, and Russ McCabe as well. So yeah, we're really excited. And thank you.
I have a question about the marker. If there's already one marker at the cemetery, is there a concern that consideration for approval of this second marker could be in jeopardy because it would be a second marker? I think the state likes to have a single, limited to one marker per site.
We talked
Well,
about,
what we talked. Yes, we talked about that and we considered it, but the conversation I had with the state before is it wasn't about the location. It was that they couldn't give two markers to one organization.
Okay.
And Russ McCabe said he felt that the marker that is there is more about the church and how this was the first AMC church, and Peter Cato delivered offered the land, gave the land for that. But this is really more about the life and career and works of Peter Lewes. So he didn't think that was going to be an issue. And as a state archivist for, I don't know, 20 years, I'm hoping he knows. But
and do note that isn't written in stone. There can be alternate sites, but
right.
As Miss Rachel has been investigating that, it seems to be a hard task to find a site for the marker.
Yeah, and I understand. I just bring it up in question because the Historical Society has faced the concern expressed by the state with regards to how many markers we actually have on our main campus.
yeah, Marcos was really, and he pointed that out to us right up front. So I thank you. And I thank you, Jim, for letting us have Marcos and Denise and Heather and everybody.
I think that it's important that, again, the Historical Society is honored to be a part of the process. And Marcos is really invested in right now in researching for the walking tour. And he's very knowledgeable and he's very excited about this marker. And anything that the staff can do, they will do it.
Well, I think he's also, we also have on our committee Andrew, but he couldn't be at the meeting, but he's going to also work with Marcos. So that's exciting. But I did, just so you know, I did call Jerry Med from the Pilots Association because they own that land across the street. And he said he did not feel it would be safe for a couple reasons to have the marker on that side of the Pilottown Road, because
Okay.
number one, it's a working lot. I mean, there's work that goes on there from the pilot associations and other people they rent it to. The other thing was there's no sidewalk. And so for people to walk across the street and then come back to the sidewalk, he felt. But he said, if we decide that's where we want it, we would have to go to Philadelphia, to the head of the Pilots Association. I think it's in Philadelphia. Like there's a
Yeah.
long name for that, for the actual entity that owns that. But basically that's what it is.
And this is Reverend McCafferty. We certainly welcome suggestions from anyone who might have a feasible site in mind and feasible and visible. So just contact us and let us know.
I mean, one of the discussions about having it in the cemetery was that would make it part of the walking trail that Marco's
Yes.
working on too.
Right.
And we don't know exactly where Peter Lewis lived because there's so many Peter Lewises. You know, different generations of Peter Lewis.
There's a Peter in almost, yeah, in every generation, it seems.
Yes.
But I do think that they can give a general location or idea of where the shipyard was.
Yes.
So that provides you with some, yeah.
But we want it to be more than just the shipyard. We also want it to be, you know, his role as a minister and, you know, and really starting the church in Lewes. So we'll see, but thank you for Jim for letting us know that, because we don't want that to hold us.
No, it's as Reverend McCafferty has mentioned, an alternate sites, if you can offer, in fact, in your application or in the application, alternate sites, that might help things along.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, no, that's good to know.
Okay.
That's it.
Good discussion. Very good.
McCafferty.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to say something.
No, that was
No, I just said
Trina talking.
good.
Oh,
Yeah, I was very good discussion.
we were going to the next item. Our schedule is the update on volunteer research, because we have someone to give a report on that.
I can give a little information about that. The education research team are continuing to discuss oral histories and the coordination and efforts of that. So that is still ongoing. So trudging ahead on that. Not sure if anybody else is on the line from representing the committee, but I'm sorry, but the subcommittee. But where oral histories are still on the move.
Is anybody else online?
Do not send us COVID-like symptoms. You should direct your questions regarding the need for testing and medical professionals.
I think someone
Everyone
needs to put their phone on mute.
So I've just muted everybody. So whoever wants to speak, you can unmute yourself.
All right, so I unmuted myself.
Yeah, is it possible that she can unmute Reverend Edwards remotely?
I think she's going
Am
into.
I unmuted now?
Oh, yes, you are.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
you are.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you are. Mhm. So that's all I have for the volunteer research team at this point.
Thank you. We're moving forward with the public comments, or does anyone have a comment they would like to put forth? Public comments or questions? No comments? No questions?
There's no hands up in the attendees, so.
You know, on the commission has something to add to what has been said. Okay, we got a schedule for our next meeting. Schedule date.
The next
Yes.
meeting should be June 17th. June 17th, looks like, third Thursday in the month.
June 17th.
And Trina, for the next meeting, I know that Marcos wanted to bring the commission up to speed on the walking tour, on the plans for the African American History Heritage Walking Tour. So I hope that that's going to be possible.
I have actually, we've had 3 requests. The first one was from Marcos to bring us up to date, as you mentioned, on that. We've also had a request from Ms. Kay Carnahan from the Parks and Recreation Commission to talk about how they can team up with the commission to discuss beach number 2 and partner with a naming and combining with telling the history of beach number 2, which we knew back, what I call back in the day was the Black Beach, or we also called it Johnny Walker's Beach. So she would like to talk about that. And the other thing, there's a Mary Roth with the Historic Lost Byways Committee, who's also asked to do a presentation. I'm not sure if all 3 would be able to do that, but Marcos was the first to ask to speak to the commission about the to give an update on the tour, the walking tour. So
great, and lots of exciting progress. So I hope it can be on the agenda. Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Miss Rachel, you're on mute. I think I see your lips moving. There you go.
I just said, will Marcos wear a costume?
I depends on where he is in his day.
I'm only kidding. I just have always
No, it may indeed happen, because as you know, we're getting into the full tourist season, and he does lead tours. So you may well have him in period dress. Yes.
Anything else anyone has? Anything else they would like to add? Any questions? Well, all minds are clear. We'll get ready to adjourn. I know it's a little early. It seems like it's about 20 minutes to 7, but all minds are clear. We get ready to adjourn. Let me thank all of you so much for being a part of this evening. Certainly, I have a positive attitude that things are getting better. Not that they're going to get better, they're getting better. And I think that we will continue to move forward. So I believe that as our businesses, churches, different organizations are able to open up more now, that seems like someone told me the other day, say, well, we see a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know what he meant by that, but I think things are getting better. So hopefully we'll always have something positive to say and to do. And I know that this commission is going to move forward, that we're looking forward to having a great time here in Lewes. And I've talked to a lot of people that they feel good about what they hear and what they see going on. So if all minds are clear, we'll get ready to adjourn. And thank you so much again for your input and your support.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Edwards.
Thank you,
So can we
everyone.
Thank you.
can we get a motion to adjourn?
Get a motion. Can we have a motion to adjourn? Can we get a motion?
You're muted, Bill.
So moved.
It's been seconded. It's been a motion and moved that we will adjourn until our next meeting. Thank you so much. All in favor, say aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.
thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Y'all stay well and stay